Hey, what's up, class? You're not tuned in to my show, you know, keep calm and carry on. I'll be your host, Shaq Daddy, you know what I'm saying? But today you could call me Professor Montague, because I'm dropping knowledge up in college about few things that I know about the newspaper, And I'm first going to get started off by talking about the advantages that online newspapers have over traditional printed newspapers. And the first advantage I'm going to talk about is a news hole. This is something that, traditional newspapers have, printed newspapers, they have a news hole. There's a certain amount of space that they have, to get their story in, basically. And there's no such thing when it comes to online. You can go to a website and get the whole article, with a video and audio and all of that extra, all that good stuff, that people want to see. And there's also edition headlines, and these are like final drafts, you could say. It's like a final draft for the newspaper. It's like, this is what's going to be in the print. There's no changing it. Once it's there, it's there. Online, news stories are updated at a crazy rate, like continuously updated. As soon as you get a little piece of information, bam, it's on the internet. You put it up real fast. And, that's been a change, and that's led to the decline in sales of newspapers. Just the consistency that the internet has. Like, something that happened an hour ago is definitely on the internet if you go look, if it's, that's significant. And that's just helping the decrease of newspapers, man. So I'm gonna be talking a little bit more about newspapers, aka FOSS. Now I'm gonna talk about departments in the newsroom and staff, the people who work hand in hand to publish newspapers and produce newspapers. There's three original departments. There's the business department, the production department, and the news and editorial department. The business department, they're in charge of, selling advertising space in print and online, and building a newspaper circulation and handling the website's traffic. The production department, they handle the physical and electronic tasks necessary to, have the news printed and to have news available for websites. So, and the most complex department is the news and or editorial department. The editorial pages are papers that have like opinion, are opinionated, and have someone's opinions in it, while the news pages they just contain objective reporting, facts and stuff like that. In a combined newsroom, it's usually directed by a managing editor who oversees day-to-day operations of a department. And, a city editor supervises local coverage and directs general assignment reporters to a variety of different stories. A wire editor edits international and national news that comes from the Associated Press and other big news services. The newest titles, as of today, with the media frenzy and the use of the internet, the newest titles consist of titles like a news flow editor who manages the progress of a story in the paper online, give you updates on a certain story or something like that. There's also the story builder. They build the story together. They get together the print, the audio, and the video, to make a news story complete. A news resourcer specializes in information gathering, providing depth and background to a news story, in the paper and online. as well. And that's a very important department, for newspapers. And then they have journalists that they call backpack journalists because they work out of their backpack. They're using their camera or their microphone or recording, to get an audio for a news story or a photograph or a video, or an interview, something like that. Call those guys backpack journalists. These guys do the dirty work, and they're underappreciated, man. Pulling for you guys. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about publication of newspapers, online and print. And, in a traditional print newsroom, it's like everybody has the same deadline. It's like we all have to be ready by this time, and bam, everything's ready. In a coverage newsroom, where the internet is involved. It's like a 24/7 process. So it's like at any time, the information online can be updated, or more information can be added on at any time. That you're probably on it. It's like a little competition. It's like everybody's gonna have the information, but it's like who can get the information first. It's just like a competition. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, America. Let's bring newspapers back. I've been lecturing for an hour. I need a water break. Now we're talking about the economics of publishing newspapers. Basically, the money that newspapers make. And printed newspapers, traditional newspapers have two sources of income. And that's advertising space. They sell advertising space in the newspaper. And the second source of income is actual newspaper, stand sales. People that actually buy newspapers, which is not that much nowadays. Turns out that 85% of the income that newspapers get is the advertising space that they're selling. So, the people who are mainly responsible for the income for newspaper is the people who actually have, advertisements in the newspaper. So, just a fun fact, man. The world is funny, man. There are 4 types of advertising revenue. One is local retail. That's like the local stores, local businesses, grocery stores or auto dealerships. Number 2 is classified, and those are like employment ads or for sale ads or real estate ads. These usually have their own special section in the newspaper. Number 3, we have national ads, and these are ads that are directed towards a mass audience, across the nation. It might be an ad about food or, financial service or something like that. Something that a lot of people it's not really local, it's for everybody. And then number 4, there's the prepaid inserts, and these are ads by like big chain, big organizations like Target or Walmart or Best Buy. Might have an ad in the newspaper or something like that. That's number 4. Okay, historically, local retail ads and classified ads have been the most important ads for newspapers, generating 90% of all ad income, 50% for local retail ads, and 40% for classified ads. Those have been the 2 dominant ads that bring in income from newspapers historically. Thank you guys for tuning in to Keep Calm and Carry On. I really appreciated it. I have fun doing lectures. Might have a future in this, professor thing, who knows? But keep reading newspapers, man. Keep the newspapers alive. We have a great newspaper here, the newspaper team here, the UP University Press. Shout out to Mr. Coughlin. You know, I don't really read newspapers myself. I do read the University Press from time to time. I get my sources, I get my information from World Star. But it's all good, man. Read a newspaper every now and then, and maybe you can change a life. I'm just kidding, you can't change a life by reading a newspaper, but it might be cool. You might see something cool, man, of a cool political cartoon or something. Check it out. UP.